we ourselves create our own world. We create our own reality within just our bubble, right? The me aspects, the I am. And then someone else is also creating their world, and their world is parallel to our world. So once they come into our world, they invited me into their world. Like, you become interdimensional beings. You arrive in someone else's world, and you get to see new things and think a different way. And you're like, wow, and your mind is blown. Hello, beautiful soul stars, or welcome back to A Soul's Voice. If you are here, I believe that there is a place for you, and it's here. This is a place where we talk about all the things that will elevate your mindset, help you heal, help you grow, help you evolve as a soul. So stay and join the community. This is a YouTube podcast where I just love to talk about soul evolution, spirituality, and how to basically experience wholeness on this earth. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not have all the answers, and I'm also evolving and growing as you are, but I believe, like, as a whole, that's what we're here to do. So no matter how far ahead we get in life, how much we know, we will always learn something new. We will always evolve into more. In the moment that you think you're done healing, growing, evolving, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. So let's talk about the message today. I hope everyone is having a good day, afternoon, evening, whenever you're watching this video. I'm having a great day. I'm getting over a cold still, so my voice is like, eh. But I'm having an awesome day. I was reading my book. I've been led to do like a cleanse, like mentally. I think in my last message, I talked about how we're about to experience a bunch of shifts, and I really feel like perspective wise, there are going to be a lot of growth for a lot of people and activation for a lot of beautiful light beings to start sharing their voice and just becoming more and more authentically themselves and expressing this to the world. So I just been called to like do an emotional cleanse, a mental cleanse, and a spiritual cleanse, and really just sink in into myself and bring that awareness just around me and my world and what I'm creating. And that is kind of what we're going to be talking about, how to create a reality that you want. And to do this, you have to honestly dig deep within yourself. And when I say dig deep, I believe that healing is not like I'm gonna dig and find something to fix. No, it comes up naturally. Everything is natural. I think nowadays, in the healing community and the spiritual community, a lot of people put too many emphasis on shadow work. Shadow work is a natural process. You'll know when it's time to go into hermit mode and what needs to be released, because ultimately your soul has the commander seat this lifetime. Your soul mapped out what it wanted to experience this lifetime. So best believe your soul will let you know when it's time to do some shadow work. So that's the beautiful part of being a human. Like, it's all about being present, being aware. And as long as you're being, then you're always on track and going with the flow. It's when we start doing and trying and figuring out is when it shifts us into something else. But anyway, let's dive into the message. I hope y'all are comfortable. Get you something to drink, because I don't know how long this message gonna be, y'all. But it came to me while I was in the shower. I was like, wait. Let me get to the camera because I want to share this message. Not just for y'all, but for me too. Because sometimes when I'm channeling messages like this, like, I go back and listen to them myself, and I'm like, oh, that's some good shit right there. That's some good shit. But anyway, let's talk about creating this reality. I have some things on my phone because when Spirit was telling me some things, I was like, wait, first, what is creating? What is creating? And in my mind, I heard bringing something to life. So, of course, I'm like, the ego got involved. I'm like, I need to see the definition of this. So I went to the Google and I typed in creating. And to create something is to bring something into existence. That means, what does that mean? I actually asked that. So I was like, okay, you create something into existence, but what does that look like? And I got as within, so without. So whatever your energy and how you're vibrating, that's going to be in your environments. Everything starts within. And I asked, how do you bring something into existence? They said, with the words and awareness. Now we know that we've heard the power of words is very powerful. Tied with awareness is even extremely magnetic and creative. So speaking what you want into existence and bring awareness on where you're putting your focus. Are you focusing, like I was sick, but I wasn't worried about it. I was like, I'm gonna be healed. Like, it's fine. Let me just take things that, help me heal and provide that healing that I need instead of focusing on like, oh, I'm sick. This is taking forever, which I felt like my healing process was taking forever. But that's a side note. But I focused on like, I'm healed. Let me just take the medicine, the herbs that I need to help my body heal quicker. So just in that, for example, I wasn't focusing on being sick. I was focusing on the healing. So healing has happened. Healing is here. So where are you putting your awareness? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on things that are not actively contributing to your world? And speaking of your world, so we create our worlds, we create our realities. And an example of what you're creating and what you're trying to bring into existence, how do you know that you're bringing this into existence? Hopefully this is all flowing together because I really don't want to edit too much of this video. I just really wanted to get on here and like just vibe. I have a lot of things trying to come. I'm like, okay, wait, we gotta organize this. Okay, so how do you know that you're creating something into existence? This is funny because I realized anything that I've been wanting, aka manifesting, and that's a whole nother topic, but I'll touch on it shortly. I believe that manifestation is basically alignment. Like, how do you know you want something? You start wanting it, and then once you want it, like it's already towards you because your awareness around that thing and wanting it brings it towards you. So that's basically manifesting. It doesn't mean you have to say these things like 10 times, write this 50 times. Like, no, it's that simple. Like, if you thought about it, you want it, it aligns with you, then you're going to have it. But when I'm manifesting or wanting something, it's funny because what lets me know that it's on its way, I'll start like meeting people or seeing it in my world, in my environment. So I have a couple of examples of this. When I first started YouTube, I think this was back in like 2020, 2021. It's my other channel, A Soul's Remedy. If y'all want to go check it out. I haven't posted on a while, but this is my place where I like to talk and teach, and that's my place where I like to live and show. And anyway. But when I first started YouTube, I was like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to create content. And in my mind, I'm like, everybody's doing it, but how, like, is this a real thing? Can people really get paid from this? I kid you not. Like, I moved in, we bought this house, I moved in, and my neighbors across the street, they were YouTubers, and they had like 500,000 subscribers. So they did YouTube, and like that's their main source of income. And then funny enough, one of my closest friends, she lives on my street too, like so I live on a loop, and my neighbors across the street, they were YouTubers, and then she's on the other side of the loop, and her husband's a YouTuber, and that's what he does full time. So I feel like it's funny how spirit connected me with people like this is something you can really have. I know some people are jealous, and I don't look at it like that. I look at it as like, oh, okay, they're doing it. It's really a possibility. It's like spirit telling me like this is possible. Another thing, I've been wanting to move like overseas, out the country, and just move in general. And I kid you not, my neighbors, well, the two houses across the street from me are rental houses, so of course people move. But a couple, two houses down from me, like I swear, like two or three people have put their house up for sale and moved. A lot of people have been moving, and there's been a lot of changes, like in my environment and my immediate circle. So that lets me know, like, okay, things are changing, things are moving. And then my last example is I want a Porsche Taycan. I love that car. I'm like, that's going to be my mommy car. And I'm just going to enjoy it. And that's going to be my ladies' night car. And once I decided that's what I wanted, I started to see it in my environment. Like, I kid you not, I have not seen this car before this point I've may seen it like one or two times randomly around my town, because around my town, everybody has Teslas or Genesis or like Mercedes or whatever. But I rarely see Porsches. So G-Wagons, all that. They have all those type of cars. They don't have Porsches like that around here. And then as soon as I said that's what I want, I told my husband, I told my kids, I'm like, y'all can't even get in this car. If you get in this car, you got to take your shoes off. Don't breathe too hard. You're not allowed to eat in this car because I have the family car and they have messed that car up. If you have kids, you know. But yeah, so I started seeing that car a lot, like a lot, and it was becoming eerie. And my husband would even point it out. He would be like, synchronicity. And I was like, I know, right? It's coming, it's coming. So that is kind of an example of how you know when you're actually creating and your awareness is actually focused into the right direction. You really want to focus on things that you want, and not in like, oh, overly focused, like talk about it every day. That's all you think about. You can't function without talking about it, because then you start to become so like tight on that thing, manifestation, or the thing you want, that it starts to like push it away, because it's not, that energy is coming from what's the word, that energy is coming from like a desperation, and desperation is lack at the end of the day. Like you don't truly believe you can have it, so you want to think about it like, oh wow, I'm gonna have that, and be excited. Like I'm always excited to hear good news. I'm always excited to see other people thriving, even if I don't know them. Like my neighbors, I don't know them personally, but I'm like, oh, that's great. Oh, they're moving. Oh, they sold their house. That's awesome. It's like it lets me know that our market is good over here, and I'm gonna have some good new neighbors, like stuff like that. So you want to look at it from that aspect, like, okay, this is the universe's way of showing me, like, okay, you can have this too. This is possible. You're doing good. Keep working, keep pushing, keep moving. Another thing is our environment is made up to mirror us, our vibration, where we're at vibrationally. So if you're experiencing things that are not aligned with you, or you're feeling like you don't want to experience it anymore, look to your vibration to tell you if you're moving towards a new direction or a new vibration, or you're elevating. Because the people you hang around, that you keep meeting, the experiences you keep having lets you know, like, okay, I'm not learning this lesson. And the one thing about the universe, she is a good teacher. She is going to teach you that lesson. And she is very patient with you. And she's going to keep pushing it towards you until you realize, like, oh, once you bring awareness around something, it will quickly dissolve and it'll change like instant. Like, it's like magic. Like, have you ever experienced going to a certain place all the time and just going about your day, and then one day you go and you notice something new to you, but you ask somebody like, when did this happen? When was this here? And they're like, it's been there. It's been there the whole time. Like, what do you mean? And you're like, wait, what? I've never noticed this. That's how awareness is. Like once you notice it, like it opens something up. It opens an unlocked door within you, and it really changes the frequency of you. And that's to say for good things and the things we don't want to hold on to. So like if you're changing and your vibration is ascending, then sometimes that means some people fall away. Some habits start to fall away. Some thoughts and thought patterns fall away. Like your environment may fall away. You may move to a whole nother place, like meet new people come in, new circumstances, new experiences. So creating our reality is all about awareness in what we say out loud and what we say to ourselves. And ultimately, it goes back to our beliefs too, what we truly hold and believe, because I believe that we're constantly manifesting and creating a reality, whether we are conscious of it or not. And the more conscious you create your reality, the happier you will be, because our subconscious is also creating. So if we're able to dig in and heal and be aware of our subconscious, aware of our subconscious, because sometimes we are not aware of our a lot of times a lot of people are not aware of their subconscious behaviors, thoughts, and patterns. So when you can be consciously aware of your subconscious, then you start to catch things. When you do something that is not of your new vibration, you might be like, oh, I want that. Why does she have that? And you're like, you know what, no jealousy, we're not doing that. No, we're proud. We're proud to see that somebody else is having that. We align. Like, me and her are vibing. We want the same thing. Like, maybe I need to go talk to her. Like, once you start catching yourself there, then you know that you're elevating higher and higher, and to the point where your subconscious and your conscious mind are aligned and they're working together. I believe this is blending the ego and the higher self together to where you're creating from a higher perspective all the time. All the time. If there's something that needs to be healed, your ego is like, hey, higher self. Your subconscious is like, hey, conscious, I need you to shed light on this. And you shed light on it, you heal it, you bring awareness to it, and you let it go. I had another thought in the shower, and I thought this was like mind blowing. We are interdimensional beings. Yes, we know this, right? But we ourselves create our own world. We create our own reality within just our bubble, right? The me aspects, the I am. And then someone else is also creating their world, and their world is parallel to our world. So once they come into our world or we come into their world, like, have you ever, I think this is a popular saying where someone's like, oh, they showed me a piece of their world. Oftentimes this is like when someone doesn't grow up with money and then they have a little money, and then they meet someone that grew up with money and a lot of money, and they teach them new things, and they're like, they invited me into their world. Like, you become interdimensional beings. You arrive in someone else's world and you get to see new things and think a different way, and you're like, wow, and your mind is blown, and vice versa for someone else that you invite into your world. So we're interdimensional beings here now on earth, and I thought that was freaking cool that Spirit shared that with me. I was like, I never thought about it that way. You know what? We are interdimensional beings. Like, we do be jumping into different dimensions. And I thought that was a logical way to see it. Because sometimes spirituality can be a lot of, like, wait, what? I don't know. That sounds a little woo-woo. So the fact that Spirit brought that to me, and I was able to download that. I thought that was really cool, and I really wanted to share that with y'all today. And it actually sparked this conversation right here, right now. But anyway, I thank y'all so much for being here with me. Drop down below your comments and what your thoughts were about this whole topic of conversation, and of course, like the video, because that lets the algorithm know, like, hey, there's other people that needs to see this, okay? And of course, share and join the community if you're new here. If you made it this far, thank you so much, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye for now.